The idea for False Witness came to me at a friend's funeral. My friend's name was David O'Malley, and they'd asked me to do the eulogy at David's funeral. And so David was this guy who's bigger than life, just a generous guy, but a character as well. He's one of my clients. And I got up and I did his eulogy, and I told David O'Malley stories, and everybody's nodding their head like, that's the David I knew. And he would always have like a homeless person living in his house, or he'd hire some guy down on his luck at his car dealership. And when I got done doing the eulogy for David O'Malley, his pastor stood up and did a second eulogy, and he talked about another guy named Stephen Kelly. And he said what a bum this guy Stephen Kelly was, and how he'd been in the mafia, and how he turned against his friends. And everybody at the funeral was going, what is he talking about? And when the pastor got done, he said, you don't think you know Stephen Kelly, but you do, because David O'Malley was Stephen Kelly before he went in the witness protection program. And then the pastor said something that, it was a line that just grabbed me. He said, the government can give you new identity, but only Christ can change your life. I was like, that would make a good book. My original vision for the book was to show that someone can go into the witness protection program and get a new identity, but only Christ can really change someone's life. And so a couple of things that we've done with False Witness. One is we've made it more explicitly spiritual. You know, it doesn't just have a spiritual underlying theme. This is the story of two main characters. The main character is a bounty hunter, and his wife is captured by the mob because they want the bounty hunter to find someone else. He's the best in North America at finding people. And they say, if you don't find this other person, this Professor Dagan, who has this incredibly valuable code, then we will start torturing your wife in 48 hours. Well, that brings out the animal in this man, and he realizes what lengths he will go to save his wife, and he realizes how evil he really is. And so the rest of the book is this man's spiritual journey. He's impacted by the church in India, and just by circumstances that happen. So first of all, we made this explicitly spiritual, this book, to keep with that theme of how Christ can change a life. But the second thing is we gave it a ministry purpose. And my life has been impacted in a big way by the church in India, by the struggle for human rights that the untouchable class, the Dalits, have in India, and how God is just changing so many lives, how Aslan is on the move and the church is on the move in India. And so my main character in this book is also impacted by the Indian church. And none of these things were part of the original story.